Hello, and welcome back to Selena's Home Entertainment, where I, Selena, entertain you. This week's video is going to be a very interesting video. It's a little late to the party. I'm a little late to June. I don't exist anymore by the time this video comes out, which is my Pride video. Hopefully next year I can plan it a little bit more before Art Fight, but no promises here. I'm just a girl at the end of the day. But however, yes, welcome to my Pride video where I draw a bunch of my gay characters and talk about my OCs for a little bit. Some I've talked about, and some are kind of new-ish or I haven't talked about in quite some time. As I am recording this, I realize I have a lot more characters that have different technologies than I had thought I did when I look back at some of my OC lore. I was like, I could have put this person in, I could have put that person in, and I did not. But I'm here to give some characters that maybe deserve a spotlight or two occasionally, okay? But hopefully in the future of Pride videos, I want this to be annually, because it would be cool, and I get to talk about some of my OCs and actually draw my OCs more than just once. I really hope you guys like this video. If you are interested at all in any of my OCs or want to see expanded stories, let me know down in the comments down below. And if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button because I'm fun and my OC lore is interesting, I think. And this video is going to be fun. So grab a snack, draw something while watching this. This video might be a tad bit long than I probably have initially planned on, but hopefully it won't be too long. But even if it is, I hope you guys like it.
I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
Alright, now we are here talking about Morgana Vex. Now this is a Pride video, so I am definitely just going to not want it to go fully in depth with each character, but then I feel like this video would be like 40 minutes long, because I would be talking about each character and their like storyline I have for them so far. I will be trying to talk about them like a good chunk. So the most likely thing you'll see is like cuts just in between her sketch and her actual like finished drawing. So Morgana Vex, if you don't know, she is lesbian. They hold the flag, her and Adeline, the lovers. Morgana Vex is one of the few OCs where I have a full concrete basic story for her, as well as just like full like I know her sexuality, I know who she likes and loves, and these two characters are probably like my most like happiest couple. They're not doomed Yuri. They were in the beginning, don't get me wrong. In the beginning of their love story, they definitely were giving doomed Yuri. They would secretly see each other because they knew they couldn't see each other. It wasn't allowed a succubus actually having a full-on relationship with a small red demon. Not talked about, especially since Morgana Vex was one of the top like succubus in Sin City, which if you don't know, Sin City is a city in Purgatory, in my world of Purgatory, that is basically, think like nightlife, high towers, dangerous, succubuses, demons. The 7 deadly sins runs each part of the Sin City. So each part of the city you would get a little different look at nightlife. But Sin City is part of like Purgatory world, my Purgatory world I have. She became a succubus, and over time she became like one of the top dogs, where she was like Thumb's like personal succubus basically. And if you don't know who Thumb is, basically it is Lucifer, but I like to be mysterious and interesting. And Morgana Vex has always was at first like very confused about her sexuality, I feel like. And then over time, especially when she met Adeline, she was like, oh, I am straight up, I love women. I actually love women, and I love this woman. And throughout their trials and tribulations, of course, eventually they were found out. They kept coming back to each other. They would somehow find each other and remember everything. You can only erase so much memories from a person you love so deeply. Morgana Vex is a very shy and not a very outgoing person. If you look at her at first glance, you know, in the past, she would probably be totally opposite. But due to her multiple memory losses, her traumatic events as a succubus, she has kind of changed in a way. She opens up more to Adeline and Lavina than anybody else in Purgatory. But Morgana Vex has always just been herself, and eventually she's become like more open and more outspoken sometimes, and not as scared, but still cautious because she knows what maybe they are a part of in the Crescent Witches. Which again, if you don't know who Morgana Vex is, she's the bassist player of the Crescent Witches, which was a band that I introduced to you guys last year. You can check the video out. I think it's pretty cool. I also mentioned her in my Adeline video where I draw Adeline for a week. And Morgana Vex is just one of those interesting characters that I eventually probably will change a little bit, just because she isn't giving succubus, she's giving more vampire, which originally that was my idea for her, was she was going to be a vampire trapped in purgatory. That's for a different OC anyway. I was like, and then my manipulative daydreaming, some TikTok music, and I was like, oh wait, this could be even more interesting. And so that's how she, like, her now story is. And I hope you guys love her as much as I do. I think she's such a unique character, and she's like in love with Adeline. Like, as much as I say Adeline is desperately in love with Morgana is even in love, just as much as in love with her. Did it take her a while to open up compared to Adeline? Yes. However, she is so freaking gay. I love the look I did for her. As you can tell, I had difficulty with like side profiles and different ways to shape the face. I'm trying to get better at that, especially if I want to do like videos like this, which I plan on doing more annually, especially like this Pride video. I just kind of like thought of as like the last week of like June as like my big art project before art fight happens. And I really do hope you like Morgana Vex. If you guys have any questions about her, I would love to answer your questions. I probably will soon, now that I've drawn her again and really like talked about her lore again. I definitely want to do where I draw her for a week straight, a YouTube video, but that probably won't happen until after art fight, because I really do want to focus on art fight and actually about her. Also, no judgment on hands. All the hands in this video are absolutely could be better. I hope you enjoy Morgana Vex, the basis of the Crescent Witches, who is a lesbian. And I hope I hope you like this little lore dump.
It wasn't a mishap. She froze up and lost her shit.
Next up, we have Adeline. Adeline! My favorite OC I've been drawing this year is her, and I love her. Okay, so the one thing I probably should have fixed was her height. I made her taller than Morgana. I don't know why. I was too far deep into sketching that I was like, you know what? I feel like fixing everything else to adhere to her shortness. So Adeline looks way taller than she is. She is not that tall, folks. She is tall-ish, but not that tall. She's like the same height as Morgana. Morgana's tiny too. So like, Adeline is not that tall. I've talked about Adeline. I have a whole not only the beginning of the Crescent Witches, but I have a whole video where I drew her for a week solid, and it was the most fun I had. So let me be clear. She is one of my favorite OCs right now. I ain't gonna lie. Is it because she might look a little bit like Ariel, and Ariel's probably one of my favorite Disney princess characters? Perhaps. But also like her story in general is super like amazing, and I love Morgana and Adeline so much together because they're one of the few happy couples in my OCs, in the group of OCs I have, which is slightly growing a little bit too much, so I got a little scared. I'm getting a little scared. Adeline is gay. I made a whole meme photo of her. She is lesbian, she is gay, she is for Morgana and only Morgana. She has never looked at anybody the same, even when she was that red little demon to now. She loves Morgana. Now, is Lavina her best friend? Yes, of course she is. But Morgana is the love of her life. No matter how many times they erase her memories or show her how Morgana was this like evil succubus in the past, Adeline's, I don't give two shits. I don't give two shits. She's changed. And I love her. So like, whatever. We'll talk about it in like couples therapy the next time. I don't know, man. Like, and I mean, love this photo of them two together. I think it's so cute that they're holding the lesbian flag together, as well as I decided to add a little kiss cheek on her face. Just like Morgana like kissed her or whatever, and I think that is so freaking cute of me and so freaking smart of me. And is her side profile looking a little weird? Yes, I'm drawing more side profiles this year because I feel like I do the same angle of faces, so all my faces somehow look the same sometimes, which is nothing wrong. I like drawing my faces the way I draw them. Like I worked hard on that, I ain't gonna lie. But side profiles is a different beast. It's a different thing, and Adeline is no different. I feel like she does not look like Adeline on her side profile whatsoever. No matter how many iconic things I do to make her be like, this is Adeline, my eyes are still like, that ain't Adeline. That is someone freaking else that's gay. And Adeline is the only one who loves Morgana like that. I'm not gonna go super in depth on her lore or anything like that because, yet again, there are 2 whole videos about her. Well, there's technically 1 whole video about her, but she was introduced in the Crescent Witches last year, and I was eventually gonna keep doing it for like any OC groups I was doing, and then life got in the way, so rest in peace Alora. She was the next one. I think I still have her videos, but there is no promise that I do. I don't know why I stopped, to be honest with you. She's always been gay. When she died and got trapped in purgatory, she was out and open, babes. You look at her, you'd be like, yeah, that's a lesbian, and she'd be like, yeah, what about it? I'm gonna punch you right now if you say anything rude about my girlfriend, the love of my life. I mean, she would say wife, actually. Like, if you could get married in purgatory, Adeline and Morgana would definitely get married. Would definitely put those rings on those fingers and wouldn't say anything. If one of them, happened to move on, guess who else is moving on with them? They will find each other, and they will not leave their side. And I think that is super adorable and cute, and I am kind of glad that I did choose these 2 OCs because I love talking about them. I love talking about their dynamic. It makes me happy, it makes me giddy, and I hope you guys love these OCs as much as I do, because I do.
I'll play with you for a little while. You're next.
And now, this seems like a Crescent Witch video, but these are like some of the characters I just have like solid OC stories on, and there is a possibility in the future of making a comic, or I am getting back into video game design. But Lavina is next. Lavina DeVille is of course, guitarist of the Crescent Witches, and she is a bisexual queen. I believe I said that in the original Crescent Witches video. And she is a bisexual icon. She loves women, love men. I don't draw men, but she likes women a little bit more, or they them. She just likes anybody who likes her back, to be honest. Of course, I love doing my doomed Yuri or my little angsty stuff, of course. So Lavina does have a huge crush on Allura. Unfortunately, I'm going to give you a future prediction here. It does not end well for the both of them. Lavina will be on... I'm gonna make her love story, of course, complicated, because, you know, bisexual icons always get their love story complications, and she's no different. Just know she moves on eventually, but not right now, in the storyline that I'm in. And she moves on to a lot of other people. Of course, Purgatory is a big town. She's in a band. She's gonna meet a lot of people. Oh, I have a very angsty story about the Crescent Witches. Lavina's best friends with Morgana and Adeline. And if you don't know, Lavina is a witch who did some... how do I explain it in the best way? She had she did some scandalous things as a witch in her other life. Not saying she hasn't stopped, but when you are part of the Crescent Witches, or any part of the band of any part of the tour or the bands that are fighting to get a chance to leave Purgatory, you do forget a lot of what you did in the past. It eventually comes up, of course, when you sing, or like the other, like your enemy band will find out the secrets for you, and will try to out ya. But Lavina does know more than she leads on, even to her best friends. I don't know fully how I want her story to go, and I think that's why I like drawing an OC for a week, is to help like develop their story a bit more. But just know she knows more than she's letting on. But she's very open about her sexuality, always has been. She's just a girl. I love her design. I think she still looks cool. I am trying to, again, learn how to draw different hair types, so her beautiful orange space buns were always going to be a part of her. She's so iconic with those, and then the purple eyes, of course. So I think her design overall is still really solid. I still love her design. I was drawing her, as I was drawing her, I was like, I don't know if I could really pull off her look. And then I did, and then I found a better skin tone for her, so she might look a bit darker than she originally is. It's just because over time I've learned, you know, colors and color palettes and shading a bit better. So some OCs in the future might become a bit darker, might become a little lighter, just depending on what color palettes I find. And I did notice a little bit, and this is just because maybe I was most likely a beginner artist, and you know, I'm compared to other artists, and this might be a little tangent, but whatever, compared to other artists, I feel like I am open about like my limitations on knowing different skin colors and what shading goes with what. So I definitely noticed in my older art, sometimes when I did do people of color, that sometimes they would look gray, and at first I'd be like, no, they don't look gray. But then when I was drawing Lavina, right, like when I was drawing Lavina, I noticed like, and it's not with every POC I've created, but Lavina was definitely one of the earlier POCs I created, and I definitely did notice like some grayness to her, and that was just me trying to find different skin tones, and I felt like I just didn't find the right one, and I ain't afraid to admit that. But she definitely looks grayer in her original photo, so I definitely do want to also redraw Lavina a little bit, just to give her an updated color palette, to show her true beautifulness, because she's beautiful and she is iconic and legendary and witchy, and I want to show that more with her. So I hope you enjoy this bisexual. icon.
They probably got spooked by their own shadows and hid out all night. A synthetic material.
And next up is Mystic Gothica. And she's definitely a newer character. I drew her this year, a couple months back when I was starting my superhero series, which Mystic Gothica, oh man, I do not have a story developed enough for her for me to actively say like, oh, I know X, Y, and Z. If I get things wrong in this video and in a probably in a future video of her, just know her story is in development. But I do know this: she's a bi icon. I wanted to do different characters because as I was choosing the characters, I realized, oh my god, 3 out of the 6 characters in here are from a singular video of mine. So she was in my DC Universe Online. She's in a she lives in a town called Shipshaven, which I plan on changing as well, as it really doesn't vibe with the story I want to go with. But Mystic Gothica is a superhero who at first did not want to become a superhero, as I love a good doomed superhero story. I love Miles Morales' story and how he became Spider-Man, and I love when superheroes who want to be good are kind of in a way are good, and then their hero dies, so they decide to become the hero that everyone needs in that town. And Mystic Gothica is she is that person. Unfortunately, one day at night, she was walking the town, and there were bad people. Obviously, I do not have the story fully developed, and I don't remember what I said in the video. Oh my god. The local superhero there, the Starlight, she went and protected Mystic Gothica, but at the cost of her dying, which was secretly the plan all along. They're both connected somehow. I don't remember how. But when Mystic realized, she turned around and realized, and Starlight, did the whole superhero before death monologue, being like, you are the next in line, like, this staff has been calling you, I finally found you, kind of like the Green Lantern kind of thing, like Hal Jordan, but this staff is connected more to Mystic than Starlight ever will. She's a bisexual icon. She has been open. Of course, this is more, I want this storyline to be more in the early 2000s, like Y2K era. So being bisexual was looked at as a little weird. So she wasn't like, oh, I'm fully opened, but more of just like, if someone asked, she'd probably be like, yeah, probably. She has multiple relationships with multiple women in the group that she is in, the superhero group she is making and is in. It's very doomed Yuri style. I haven't fully developed that part especially. Her parents don't know that she is bisexual, so she still is in the closet. So when she does put on the costume of Mystic Gothica, she can kind of be more open to who she is without the fear of anything, or the care of what people say, because she, at the end of the day, is a superhero. So she's saving people's butts, so she doesn't really care what people are saying about her, the newscasters or the reporters being like, look at this bisexual superhero kind of thing. She's like, I don't really care, but some kids are like, oh my god. Very tech savvy, so she makes all of her technology the Y2K style cute. She loves Totally Spies, she kind of feels like she is that. She wears makeup, she wears a wig so people don't immediately recognize her. as somebody, because in her real life she does work like a 9-to-5 job. I'm not saying I don't have ideas for this character. I am just saying I swear I had something written down for her on her sexuality. Guess I don't. So I'm kind of going with the flow right now. But she was so fun to draw, shyly showing it off, but showing it off enough where she's like proud of it, of her sexuality. She will always be proud of it. She's not afraid of it. It's just more of like, it was like that time where it's like over time she becomes stronger. She gets roller skates. Again, she joins gymnastics as a grown adult and learns how to do gymnastics with like a... That's all I have for Mystic Gothica. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you like her as much. She's a bisexual superhero icon, and I hope in the future I'll be able to develop her story a bit more, so more people like her.
I do not fear the viper's bite. Thou shouldst fear mine.
Next up is Luna. Has been a character in my OC folder for like ever. She was like one of the first like demons I drew. She has had many interpretations of her, but she is a classic demon. Now I do need to like officially write down her lore as well, and she's going to be the other OCs I want to do for like where I draw her for a week, where I really develop her story again. As I was drawing her, I forgot like one, how kind of iconic and legendary she is to draw. Like she was probably like the easiest sketch I did, and I had some OCs in here that I drew like a couple months ago, and Luna I haven't drawn in like months, in like over a year at least. Oh no, months. I did one OC monthly challenge, so in a couple months. But like her story is so interesting because she is connected to a story I have yet to introduce, because I don't know, maybe it's the unconfidence of myself, of my drawing abilities and my storytelling abilities. And I know people are gonna say when they listen to this video and watch this video being like, you're really hard on yourself as an artist. And I'm like, I know. Will I ever stop? I hope one day. I mean, I'm not as hard as I used to be on myself. Definitely, I draw what I love. I've kind of got my spark back for drawing now, so I do want to draw more of OCs and trying different stories and stuff. But anyways, Luna, if you don't know, I'm gonna give you a little backstory on her. Luna is a... I don't know what a name I should name. Wow. I don't know how to name this type of demon, but she is basically a forgotten succubus. She got banned from Sin City. Do I remember what she actually got banned for in Sin City to have her wings cut off? No, but the succubus are a hard thing to live with. You sign a contract, you know where you're getting into. Pansexual icon, she dates whoever. She likes whoever she likes. There is no gender identity with her, so you can use she, them as a kind of like a more overall thing. She uses them both. She doesn't care if you use them, she, them, really no identity. She still thinks in a succubus way. She got her wings cut off. She changed the way she dressed. She changed her hair. Her skin changed. So a lot of things of herself changed. But inside, her personality and stuff did not change. She still likes whoever she likes. She still acts like a succubus sometimes. She still has some powers of a succubus. In the beginning of her story, she is not a good person. She is not a nice person. She cares about herself. She is very selfish. And over time, she develops feelings, of course, but also gets actual friends that care about her. So she learns how to develop her feelings, and character development is crazy. And Luna has definitely character developed, especially with my art style. She is one of the more the characters I have a very closeness to, that I definitely I love her. I know why I made her outfit so complicated to redraw. No, I don't. My brain was like, yeah. As you can tell, I have a thing for purples and pinks. Literally almost half my characters are some sort of purple and pink. I'm trying to get over that, but it's hard because pink looks so good on everybody and purple looks so good on everybody. But Luna is definitely one of those special characters where I want to do her story right, because she is an OC that turned out to have amazing character development that I just have yet to show her. Confident in herself and her body. I mean, she wears a corset and freaking small shorts on her. Different facial expression for her, so I did a tongue out and I thought that was super freaking cute of me. And she is super freaking cute. I'm always gonna say this at the end of my voiceovers for any of my OCs in this video, but if you do have questions, please let me know down in the comments down below. I would love to hear your questions or your tips or tricks if you are also an artist on YouTube on how to get over that little hump of like unconfidence of your story making of OCs. So yeah.
We're being graded on our family life. Gee, look at the time. 1984 already.
And last but certainly not freaking least is my girl Pastel Blue, which has been another OC that I have recently been drawing a lot, that I have fallen in love with, and I think she is such an interesting character. I had to add one of my colorful demons in this photo, and I wanted to do one that I don't draw often, but also that I do desperately know her lore a bit more than others, and Pastel Blue is one of them. Pastel Blue is actually a fully redrawn. Her original design is actually completely different than what she is now, so I think that's why I really do love her, because you can definitely see I fell in love with her because I also drew her marking, her brand of like pastel demons is in her eye, because I thought that was cool and interesting. Now Pastel Blue is of course Pastel Blue, and I do like to keep a lot of if I ever redraw characters, I do try to keep most of their lore. So Pastel Blue's power is ice, obviously. I kind of made that one a lot obvious and I don't really care. I think she has like really cool ice powers. She doesn't use them a lot, but she uses them when she has to. She is a very depressed girly pop though. When I did my OC challenge, she was one of the characters I did, and I made sure she was like crying. She gets forgotten a lot of times in the pastel girl group, so when they go fight when the group goes, they sometimes forget about Pastel Blue because she's so depressed in her room that she sleeps for extra hours than probably everybody else that she lives with. Doesn't really have, like, she has some trauma and she does not like them. She does not like Lucifer whatsoever. Like, as much as I said, I think did I make a pastel video? I don't know if I did. Oh my god, I don't know if I did actually. But the pastel demons are a bit closer to Lucifer than like some of the other Rainbow Demon girls. So like the original Rainbow Demon girls hate Lucifer, hate him. And then you have the neutral demon girls, which are in works with Lucifer, as well as the neon demons. Of course, Lucifer made those demons. But the pastel demons have always been kind of in the middle of everything, and I kind of want to keep it like that, where Pastel Blue does not like either side, honestly. She'd rather just sleep in. She would rather just live her life in purgatory with these cool ice powers and not fight anybody if she had to. But she has to. Okay, this video entails, it is about, you know, sexuality, and she is asexual, so she really doesn't have feelings Like, she doesn't like anybody like that. She sees a lot of the other rainbow demons being that kind of in love, and she's never felt that kind of way with anybody, and she knows if that happens, she hopes she has those feelings for those people, or for that person. Sorry, not people, or people. I don't know if she's poly. I don't know. Okay, I don't know that deep yet. But Pastel Blue is definitely a character I just love, because I love the color pastel blue in general. I think it's a very beautiful color, as well as I just think I don't develop my colorful demons enough as much as I love them desperately, and it's probably my biggest drawing series I have. Demons that I want to develop a bit more and have an interesting lore aspect that I feel like not a lot of my other demons have. Again, she is asexual. She's one of the few asexual OCs I have that are actively asexual. Obviously this could change in the future with some OCs, which I am probably thinking about, but she's definitely asexual. She's proud of it. She's proud of herself. She is proud of who she is. She ain't changing for nobody. No, nothing. Not even for them. I just love Pastel Blue. Her design is very simple, of course. All my rainbow demons are basic. Very not saying they aren't complicated sometimes, but they're very basic OC sometimes with the bodysuits and everything. So she's got a cool ass bodysuit. She loves who she is. I wish I had more stuff to say about Pastel Blue. Her design was very easy. Again, she is one of my more easier characters to draw, so she was very easy and simple. It's more of like me talking about her and telling you guys about her where it becomes a bit more complicated for myself. She's an asexual icon. Let's go. And that's it for this video. I really hope you like all my OCs that I drew. Obviously I need to work on some of my OC lore for some of them. Oops. And obviously I need to write down some of my OC lore and not just like hope I remember it from my YouTube video that I made like 2 months ago. So it is what it is. But this is a video, and I know it's late, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my OCs, and I hope you enjoy this channel. There are plenty of other videos you could watch on this channel, and it will keep you entertained. I think. But hopefully I can at least still get one video out a week. I'm hoping. I am going back to school, so we're gonna see how this works well with my school stuff and work and this. So we'll see. I'm definitely gonna try. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going at it, and I hope you guys enjoy this journey as well as I did. Alright, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you're notified whenever I post new videos. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!